Hello guys, welcome to What's She Doing Ministries. I'm so Veronica and I'm so ready to remind you to sow into your future. If you're interested, stay tuned. Here on today's episode of Sow Into Your Future, we are going to be working on part 1 of the gray and white fabric. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and open this up. Matter of fact, let's do a fabric stretch out. This is 2 yards for $4. All right. This feels significantly thinner than the last time I used this gray and white pattern. Anyway, so that's what we're working with. Stretches this way and stretches this way, but it has more stretch this way. Okay, so that's the sleeves, that's the sleeves. Turn it this way. Do I want the stripes going that way? I think I do. I think I do. This is really thin. Oh my goodness, they got me. I could always line it, but I don't want to. Okay, so that's good. That's cool. Bada bing, bada boom. I just think the scissors go easier, quicker. Not that we're in a rush, but it's not all the way. Y'all, this fabric. All right. So now I'm doing the way I'm doing it. When I open this up, it should be just the back. We're not going to add a zipper to a fabric that's this stretchy. We just not going to do it. You know what? And I think I want to make it longer. You know? Somebody's like, well, how long you want it? We going to see together. All right, so now I'm going to come up this way. And just go down. That's how we're going to do that. Okay. So now let's open her up. See what we've done. And how long it goes. I think that's a pretty good, yeah. What y'all think? Yep. All right, but first, let's go to the content container, shall we? All right. Second Samuel 3:28 and 29. David said, what? That's what I wrote in parentheses. 2 Samuel 3:28, 29. 2 Samuel. And afterwards, when David heard it, he said, I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever, from the blood of Abner, the son of Ner. Let it rest on the head of Joab and on all his father's house, and let there not fail from the house of Joab one that hath an issue, or one that is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on a sword, or that lacketh bread. So David said that. And afterwards, when David heard it, he said, so we know that the word of the Lord is already blessed. Okay. But may the Lord add a blessing to the readers, hearers, and doers of his word. Okay, guys. So I went ahead and sewed the back to the front. This is what we got. So this looks really comfy. We got the armholes. Somebody's like, those are really wide armholes. Calm down, Shaquilla. But this looks really comfy. Is it inside out? It's inside out. Good. Because I was like, this looks a little darker in there. Like maybe that would look better if it was turned inside out. Let's get some sleeves. I don't think I'm going to use that. That's going to be for something else. But I just want to real quickly turn to 2 Timothy 4:14. Alexander the coppersmith did me much evil. The Lord reward him according to his works. So when we're talking about what David did in 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse number 29, let it rest on the head of Joab and on all his father's house, and let there not fail from the house of Joab one that hath an issue, or that is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on a sword, or that lacketh bread. Let me set this, get some sleeves. Well, actually, I want to put something on the bottom, like a circle, not a circle skirt, okay, just like a fringe or whatnot. Yeah, to give it a little bit more personality. I'm going to use something that I haven't used in a while, which is my blade, my slicer and dicer. It's not really cutting like it used to. I need to sharpen them blades. But yeah, so David, some people wouldn't agree with David. And some people, they don't agree with the return to sender prayer. Some people, they say, well, what's the return to sender prayer? That is when you are praying. If somebody's wishing or, you know what I'm saying, got some bad ill will towards you, and you know they don't like you, and you like, Lord, you're not praying that God bless them. You praying that whatever they wishing upon you, that it return to sender. Some people, they say, well, that's not biblical. That's not biblical. But we just read in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14, we read how he said, hey, look, so-and-so did me much evil. He said, the Lord reward him according to his works. So I heard somebody say, tell them, you know, I'm in the waitressing field, right? And someone said, when people, they're not as nice and as kind, instead of saying, have a great day, you want to say, have the day you deserve. Just have the day you deserve, sir and ma'am. Now, I don't agree with that. I'm all for customer service and whatnot. You never know what somebody's going through. Somebody's like, what's she doing? What's she doing ministries, honey? What am I doing? I don't know. But I bet you it turned out cute. And if it don't, it's a learning situation. Okay. Okay. But, hold on. I need my brain juice. I gotta think. Okay. There's that. And get another one like the other one. So, in other words, he said, the Lord reward him according to his works. The person was doing him much evil, but he said, the Lord reward him according to his works. So, return to sender prayers are biblical. We're also supposed to pray that, God bless our enemies and not wish evil upon them. But praying that they, you know what I'm saying, that God honors his word, and that the man sow, the same shall he also reap, is biblical. Anyway, I guess certain situations, I don't know. And I'm going to connect these this way. But David, back to what David was saying in 2 Samuel. So y'all see what I done did there? And now we're going to go ahead and sew those together. You're going to catch the vision in a minute. Give me a second. I just want to point out that it's interesting. 2 Samuel 28 and 29. 2 Samuel 3, 28 and 29. He said, and after when David heard it, he said, I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever from the blood of Abner the son of Ner. Let it rest on the head of Joab. He's saying, put all the blame, put all the guilt, put all the responsibility, put all the consequences on Joab. He said, and on all his father's house. So there's some things that you can do that will follow your generations. And there's some things that you can not do and refrain from doing that will bless your generations. Let it rest on the head of Joab and on all his father's house, and let there not fail from the house of Joab. He's saying, let it not fail. Let it be consistent. Let it be religious. Let it be set in stone. Let it be the thing. You know what I'm saying? That let there not fail from the house of Joab, that one that hath an issue. Everybody knows what it is when you have an issue. The woman with the issue of blood. You know, we say if you have an issue, you need a tissue. But just listen to what he's saying, y'all. This is important. Or one that is a leper. People were isolated because of leprosy. People were ostracized because of leprosy. People passed away from leprosy. To say that, to bring that on somebody it's not speaking life. It's not. Or one that leaneth on a staff, that is disabled. That is disabled, that is crippled, that is handicapped, that is deformities. One that leaneth on a staff, that's bad health. Or one that falleth on a sword. Y'all know what it means in 2025. I'm stuttering, y'all. I'm hungry. But y'all know what it means in 2025 when somebody falls upon a sword. They take their own, you know what I'm saying? Blank. That is a spirit of blank right there. Or that lacketh bread. When you lack bread, that means you broke. That means you're going through poverty. Y'all seen that meme where that kid was like, Johnny has 4 nickels, 2 dimes, and 2 quarters. How much money does Johnny have? And the little boy said, Johnny broke. That's what that means. One that lacketh bread. Bread is a necessity. Bread is like break bread. Like you gonna have whatever. I remember when I was in foster care, no matter what we had for dinner, they always had bread, buttered bread. You had to butter it yourself, but they always had bread. Bread came with the dish, just like something to drink came with the dish. And we didn't grow up like that. You know, when somebody cooks something, some chicken, and they be like, "Oh, give me 2 pieces of bread, some fish. Ooh, give me 2 pieces of bread." And I'm just like, "What you getting bread for with fish and chicken?" Especially if it's a leg, chicken leg. But the point is that bread was a commodity that was common. And if they didn't have bread, they didn't have nothing, is where I'm going with that. So who is this? This is David. This is David, a man after God's own heart, King David. And he's saying this about somebody else's lineage. And I just find that to be interesting because you always want to search the scriptures so that you know where you fall in your walk with the Lord. Lord, am I able to do this, this, and this? Because so-and-so did this, this, and that. If Elijah can call down fire from heaven, if Elijah can call down rain, you know what I'm saying? If Mary Magdalene can be delivered from several demons, you know what I'm saying? If Lazarus can come forth from the grave, if Peter can walk on water, was it Peter that walked on water? If John can survive in the wilderness eating locusts and wild, was it wild honey? If these people, if these are examples, can, do all this in the wilderness and God move for them. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that lets us know that we too, and then if their outcome for doing whatever they did wasn't positive, like David and Bathsheba, okay, they lost a child because of their coming together in an unhonorable way, a dishonorable way. This is the part of the video where you want to turn down your volume so you don't wake up who? Pookie and Ray right now. Let's go. Where's my scissors? So this is just going to connect like this. And then we're going to put this on the bottom of the dress all the way around. And if it's too wide, then of course, that'll just give us the ability to give it a ruffly look. So that's why I didn't really, one of the reasons why I didn't measure it, just winged it. Because I've done this before with something, I forget what it was. I think we have 4 of them, right? Make sure I am on the good foot. Okay. 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 And now I'm going to bring these in, I think this way. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put this around the base of the dress first. That's what we're going to do. And that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so as I was saying, as I was so eloquently, boy, I am hungry. What did I eat today? 1 sausage and a half of egg. Y'all, I'm hungry. But I'm determined to get this weight off of me. Okay? I am determined. Determination. Okay, make sure we're at the bottom of the dress inside out. That's what we want to do. We want to get our pins readily available. And we want to make sure that this is turned inside out. Upside down. And we want to do it 2 lips perched for kissing. And just starting the starting point. Like so, like such. Such and such. Fold it over. And boom, bam. Okay? Fold it over. And in and out. And you're going to do this until you can't do it no more. Come on and do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is. You better offer your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Lord. All right. Put that in. Push it. There we go. So I feel like I'm rushing because I'm hungry. So I'm going to stop right there. We're just going to stop. And tomorrow, just like I went ahead and sewed the sides on there together. And y'all didn't see that part. I'll do this. I got to get something in my belly. All right. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in another video.